Ever since I was a kid, I've dreamed of owning a Land Rover Defender. There's just something about their rugged charm, their rawness, that adventurous spirit, and not to mention, they just look cool as But let's be real, these beauties don't come cheap, and a good one now can still set you back of upwards £15,000, despite being over 20-year-old, and some of them are even older than that and still carry a huge price tag. With Defenders holding their value so well and the average price tag being way out of my budget, I was starting to think that owning a Land Rover Defender was just a dream that would never quite materialise. Then one night when I was scrolling through Facebook Marketplace at 2 AM in the morning, as you do, I stumbled across something unbelievable. The cheapest Land Rover Defender on the internet. And the best part yet, it was literally just down the road from where I live. It's a fixer-upper to say the least, but it's within my budget, and I'm pretty sure I can get it even cheaper with the right negotiation and a little bit of that cheeky charm.
So here I am. I'm at an undisclosed location somewhere in the northwest. I'm a little bit early, but I'm here to do a dirty deed. Not a dirty deed, a deal is what I mean. I'm here to do a deal on hopefully the next future venture and project for In Dad's Garage.
So after a bit of back and forth with the seller, I took the plunge and I bought this bad boy for just £2,000, making it literally the cheapest Land Rover Defender on the internet.
Oh, right guys, we're on our way back. We've made the deal. We have the automobile.
And now I plan to restore this beast back to its former glory, DIY style, in Dad's garage.
Whoa!
So join me as we tackle this restoration project, turning this bargain buy into the Defender of my dreams, and then some.
And here it is guys, the Defender of my dreams. Now I know what you might be thinking, your dreams must be rubbish. Well, to you guys, I say, you didn't see the dream I had last night. Whoa. Anyway guys, so I've had this Land Rover now for quite a few months, and it's been quite a few months since the last video, and I've got to know it pretty well. So like most car guys, as you will agree, cars speak to you. They've kind of got a voice. And all you got to do is just listen to them. And if you listen hard enough, they'll tell you exactly what's wrong with them. They call me the car whisperer. I'm getting the word nonsense. And that's exactly what I'm talking, guys. Anyway, let's have a walk around and I'll tell you all the things that are wrong with this 34-year-old Land Rover Defender and all the things that we're going to have to fix together. And we'll start off with the engine bay. So in the last video, we did manage to actually get this thing started. It just needed a new starter motor, which we fitted down there. We then connected a few more of these wires and a few of these wires that went to the alternator. And then there's also a loose wire hanging down here to the fuel pump that wasn't connected or going anywhere. However, this is a 34-year-old engine. It might even be older because it's not the original engine to this car. The original one was a 2.5 naturally aspirated. This is a 200 TDI. So God knows where this has come from and God knows how many miles it's got on it. All I do know is it needs a lot of new parts. So we need a new head gasket, we need new belts, we need a new timing belt, we probably want to do a new water pump and thermostat, new fuel lifter pump, new fuel filter, new oil filter, fresh fluid everywhere, new air filter, probably need a new alternator because that one is disgusting. It needs new rubbers, and in my opinion, it's always best to put a fresh rubber on. Hopefully we won't need a new turbo. We need to refurbish the heater box. So basically all the parts on this engine are going to need replacing. So in the next video, I'm going to get balls deep in this engine and I'm going to completely overhaul this engine, put fresh oil, fresh everything in it. So if you want to see me balls deep in this engine, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button and leave a comment. We want to see you balls deep. Sorry guys, I mean elbow deep. I always get them two mixed up. Whoa. That's the engine sorted. Let's talk about the bodywork. So the doors are actually in really good shape. Usually in these old Defenders, the doors rust out from the bottom end. But upon further inspection and removing these door cards, these are actually brand new doors, which is an absolute win. In fact, it's a Brucey bonus. However, because the door seals aren't the best, water has started to get trapped down the bottom of here. So there is a little bit of surface rust forming. So one thing we will need to do is take these doors off, take these skins off the doors, sand the frames down, repaint them, and then maybe treat the old girl to some new skins. Now don't forget guys, we're still trying to work out what to call this thing. So in the comment box, give me your suggestions for names. Right, next up, the dent. So as you can see here, we have a big dent here. At some point, this old girl has been penetrated in the back end quite hard by the looks of it. Now I don't know if this is repairable to a body shop. Probably. It needs a lot of beating and probably quite a bit of filler, just like the wife. So I don't know guys, it might be something we can fix, but alternatively we might just want to buy a complete new replacement panel for this side. If we're putting new door skins on, then a new panel will just make that whole end nice and fresh. Right, now this is where the problems really start. So you can see here these end caps that connect the end panel here to the side panel, they're all bent. And I think the reason they're all bent is because at some point this has had a new cross member put on. So the new cross member was probably welded on because the original chassis was rusted. So that was like a semi-temporary fix to the rust problem that we've got underneath there. But obviously they've not put that in exactly the same place. So it's sticking out a little bit further there, which means this is all bent. So effectively, when we put a new chassis on, we're probably gonna have to replace these and these, whilst we're also replacing this. If we come around this side, this is actually pretty straight. I think we've got away lightly here. Passenger side door isn't too bad. There's just one slight little crease mark there, so that could be filled in with a little bit of body filler. However, this door is going to come off anyway, so while we take this door off to just fix that little bit of surface rust on the inside, we may as well just put a fresh skin on, and then we've got two brand new doors. Nice. Oh. The bonnet has seen better days. We have a huge crease here, we have dents there. If you come around this side, we've got dents here and dents there. So effectively, we need a new bonnet. This one is scrap. As well as a rusty chassis, we've also got a very rusty bulkhead. You can see here, we've got holes in there, and you can see here, we've got holes and rust and metal flaking away there. These upward pillar bits here, whatever the technical term is, let me know in the comments, aren't too bad. There's a bit of rust there. Now I know you can get replacement bits here to weld in, and you can get replacement bits here to weld in. However guys, if I'm going to spend nearly £3,000 for a brand new chassis, I may as well spend just a little bit more and get a brand new bulkhead. Then that way we know this thing is going to be perfect. And we can always sell that old bulkhead, make a few pounds and put that back in the pot. So the back end, where do I start? Well, first of all, this tailgate is made out of checker plate. So it's not an official, genuine Landrover tailgate. So we will need to get a proper one of them. But it does have a lovely little shelf. So in the future, when this project's finished, if we decide to turn this into some kind of camper van, comments in the box down below if you'd like to see that video, we could do something similar to this, and this could be a nice little barbecue area. Yeah. And if we look in the back, we can see this floor has seen better days and actually stops this door from opening. So that needs looking at. The pickup sides have these really crap toolboxes in that don't close. But because this box is here, the door hinge here has had to be moved from there, where it originally was, down to there. But upon a further inspection, the reason they've done this is because this is not original. Now, some of you might be wondering, what kind of Defender is this? Well, it's actually a 110 utility and was originally a pickup back, but it's had a 90 cab conversion, but a really bad one. So as you can see, you've got the 110 pickup and then the 90 cab, but instead of just putting a 90 roof on and 90 sides, they've taken the 110 roof and the 110 sides, chopped them, glued them, and riveted them. Riveted them. And the problem with that is you can see the join that goes up both sides and around the roof. And they've obviously done a really professional job here with probably tin snips and an angle grinder and some kind of saw. But that is not going to do for in Dad's garage because we like a professional job. So I think the plan's going to be to keep this because I think it looks cool and a little bit different to the ones that you usually see on the road. But instead, we're going to get some proper 90 sides and a proper 90 roof. And we're also going to lose this really crap transit van style roof rack that also happens to be tie wrapped on. So before I show you around the inside and all the work we have to do in here, I just want to say a massive thank you to one of you legend subscribers who reached out to me and said, now you're driving a Land Rover Defender, you need to start and dress like a Land Rover Defender owner. So he sent to me a new cap. Yeah, brand new cap for in Dad's garage. So he said, as a Defender driver, you're going to have to start wearing some kind of barber attire. So he sent me a lovely barber cap. Look at that. Absolute legend. So I'm going to put that on now. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate that. You absolute legends. And all of you who are watching this now and subscribed, a huge thank you also, because your support is what gives me the motivation to keep making these videos, even though, as you can see, it's going to be hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and months and months and months and months and months of work. So, huge thumbs up. Thank you very much, mate. Right, let's show you the inside. So the wiring is going to need some attention. The dashboard is a little bit loose. Now you can get new binnacles for these, so I'll see if I can fix this. If not, I'll get a new binnacle. However, I kind of fancy like making my own dashboard. Now if you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that I do like a bit of the odd joinery. So what I'm thinking at the moment, guys, is I might just take this form and this shape here and make a complete custom dashboard out of MDF and then upholster it with some really nice kind of checkered leather or vinylly stitched kind of, basically the stuff you see in sports cars. And then I'll build some kind of custom center console piece here with a nice big screen. That's what I'm thinking about at the moment. Let me know in the comment boxes if you'd like to see that, or whether you think I should keep this a traditional Land Rover 110 spec. What else have we got? So down here we have some dirty tissues that are stored under the rubber. Bit weird. We will probably need a new gator. We definitely need to sort out the gearbox, because this is just, God, the movement and the play in this is just horrible. You kind of go across the first, but then reverses all the way over there somewhere and it doesn't feel great. So we definitely need to do the gearbox. Well, I say the gearbox just needs servicing, and we probably need a new clutch. So a new clutch at some point. Right, what else in here? Seats. I'm not a huge fan of these seats. They're a bit worn. They don't smell particularly great. So we will get some new seats at some point. I do like the bucket style, so we'll probably get a new set of bucket seats. But for now, this will do while we're working on it. Obviously, the floor all needs replacing, but if we get a new bulkhead, that'll do the job. Alternatively, we can get replacement panels for these. That's something we might want to consider, but we'll see how we go. The seat box has holes cut in it everywhere. So you've got holes here where there was some tools stored, and you've got like some speakers that have been put in here, 6x9s. Now usually when I was younger, it was your partial shelf, you put 6x9s in the Land Rovers, cut it into the bloody seat box. Mental. Same at this side, holes cut in here, and then holes down here. Oh, he hasn't even got a 6x9 there. Tight ass. The cubby box is completely loose, and it's got some probably non-genuine, non-standard 3x2 wood shocks just to give it a little bit extra height. It's not in the best condition anyway, so again, we'll either repolster that, because I am quite the repolster, you know, guys. If you haven't seen that video, go and check out my Chesterfield style bench. Yeah. Anyway, back to the chubby box. So this probably needs a brand new one replacing or reupholstering, but we'll make that decision when we buy some seats. We're a long way off worrying about what the interior looks like at the moment. The lights, full of water, so we probably need new lights all round front and back. In fact, the front doesn't even have any lights. And then obviously, at some point, once we've got all of that sorted, we're going to have to paint this. And when we do that, we're going to have to decide what colour we want it. Now, interestingly, on the paperwork, this Land Rover is green. However, in the flesh, it's black. Underneath the bonnet, it's red, and inside the engine bay, it's red. Underneath the arches, it's blue, but then white underneath. And if we look at the front arches and wings, this one's red on the inside, blue on the outside, and this one is black. So I'd say this Land Rover has a little bit of an identity crisis. But at some point in the future, we do need to paint it. So you let me know in the comment box what colour you think we should paint this. Do we keep it black? stealthy or do we go for something different? And obviously it goes without saying, everything below the surface will be completely refurbished, repaired or replaced. So I guess we're going to need quite a few parts for this thing, and I know just the place to go, so come with me. Right guys, so I'm at a new location. I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere, in the sort of Yorkshire, Lancashire boundary divide, and as you can see, the weather's changed a little bit since the last clip. We've got loads of ice and loads of snow, and that's because we're now, since the last video, in the middle of the British winter, and it's been -6 and -5 degrees this week, so really cold, too cold to be doing any work outside on the Defender. So instead I've come on a parts hunt. So apparently in this shed just behind where I'm parked, this rickety shed here, there are a load of parts from a Landrover 90. It's not very well secured, to be fair. There's just one lock and a dodgy hinge and a bit of wood. Let's have a little look down here, see if we can see anything in the window. You guys see anything in there? Doesn't look the most sturdy. There's no locks on the front door. May slip over down here. Whoop, nearly. So apparently the guy's called Ed China, or Ed China from Wish. Anyway, let's go and find Ed and see if he can let us into the shed. And we'll have a route around and see what parts are on offer, and if any of them are going to be any good to take back to In Dad's Garage HQ, and we'll use them on our project. So, I'll check back with you shortly. Right, we're back, so we've got the go-ahead from the owner just to go in and have a good route around. And I've got my good friend Martin here. Say hello, Martin.
Hello, Martin.
He's got the van, he's the man with the van. So, unlock the door, log in. Give it a good yank. That's what she said. Oh, nice. So, we've got a roof. So what we're going to do is reinstate the 90 cab and put a proper 90 roof on and a proper set of 90 sides. And then we need a new back door as well, because the back door got kicked in. Right, let's get this out and have a look.
This will make a cracking sledge.
Yeah, we could try that on that hill over here. Toboggan down. There we go, so that's one roof. Nice. It's got some LED brake lights on the back as well. That's quite cool. A massive improvement from the chop shop, cobbled together 110 piece of crap that's on at the moment. Nice, right, let's see what else is in here. So my wings are knackered, so they don't look in too bad condition, do they? Same colour as your jumper.
With coffee stain.
Yeah, nice. What are those? Arches.
Arch liners, are they?
Oh,
Rubber.
no, they're rubber.
Rubbery.
Rubbery. Right, what else we got? Near side with rubbers. Oh,
Window.
these are bigger sides than what the carpeted as well. And those windows look brand new. That's what we need.
Outside.
Outside, oh, here's the other one. Offside with hinges and rubbers. Check out the rims. They're nicer than the Steelies that I've got on currently. Need a little refurb, bit of paint, but nothing that we can't handle.
This last one looks a bit ropey.
They're like a classic Landrover type wheel. I don't know what they're called, but compromotive. Right, I'll stick this ropey one out then. That's a front headlight backing plastic thing. Again, very handy. Let's get a check. A few little dings, but it's pretty straight. Should we bonnet? Jesus, brand new that. Fuck, I've seen the spiders under there. If there was a spider on there, I'd have dropped this and screamed. Look at this, I've just put my hand in that. Oh. Spider eggs and all sorts. Right, let me just rest this down here and then go and give Martin a hand with the last couple of bits, and then I think we can start and get this loaded in the van.
This is going to give you Piper cams and K&N air filter as well, so
nice.
Definitely worth taking this big glass.
So apparently in the bigger garage down there, there's some more boxes as well of like just spare parts, odds and sods, he said. So get this loaded in the van and then check out them of the boxes.
Yeah, cool.
So check back in a bit, Martin.
Check back in a bit, see what we're up to.
Professional. All locked up?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good to get it through the
doors.
easily fit that.
My God. You could actually drive the Landrover in the back of here. So for anyone who wondered if you can fit a Landrover Defender roof in the back of a, what kind of van is it?
A man van.
A man? A man van? The answer is yes, you can. So we probably could have driven a full vehicle in the back of here if needed, but perfect for the roof anyway. So we'll just get these wheels loaded up, and then I believe there's a few boxes of parts and accessories in the other shed that we'll get, stick in the back of the van, and then me and Martin will take these back to Dad's Garage HQ, and I have no idea where all the stuff's going to go.
4 wheels wide as well.
Perfect. See, an informative and educational channel in one.
A wheel treat.
So we're back at Dad's Garage HQ, aka the garden, and here are all the amazing parts we've just picked up. This is the roof, which is immaculate. We've got a bonnet that needs a little bit of body work, but all in all isn't too bad. There's just one small dent on this side that you can see, and then a tiny dent down here, and one little ding here, but we can handle a little ding. So we've got a couple of wings here, which I think are from a series Land Rover, not a Defender or a 110. So we probably won't use these, but we can practice our bodywork on them. We've got some nice rims, which we'll use to replace those Steelies. And here we've got a replacement windscreen, should that one be knackered. And we've also got Piper cams. Nice. The new sides look immaculate. They've got brand new tinted glass or tinted windows installed already. They're painted in a nice finish, the same as the roof. And the insides are even carpeted. Perfect. Oh. Then over here we've got some replacement glass for the doors and door mechanisms, which again is really handy because the glass that's in at the moment is all scratched and just generally isn't in great condition, as you can see here. And then down here, these are the boxes from the other big garage that are just full of random odds and sods, parts that are all going to come in. Really handy. I have no idea what they are, but they will definitely come in handy. And then in this box we've got new wing mirrors, we've got loads of like plastic replacement parts and bungs and all sorts of stuff. And then down here we've even got some floodlights, so we'll definitely be fitting them at some point in the future. So if you want to see me fit all of those parts in that truck, then make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.